Hello and welcome to Neuro Cloud Dupin character event. A rare male doll visiting us. Last male doll, it was the Python. Well, technically we did receive a Robota, but yeah, whatever. And the Python story was really awesome, as Python himself, looking very badass. And so I have high hopes for this one. There's also riddle in the name of the story too, so my prediction will be that we are about to challenge the professor to solve some of riddles, something in this regard, and probably that will be the case, maybe not. I also probably, it is a real time, in real life, something is L.A.D.Riddle. Maybe you can read about this, but I did not spoil about possible outcome. Yeah, so Mike, I will not do Matrix challenge, I will go with this. Probability analysis. Why do they... Okay, it's as you can see here, his voice, I don't know why they speak so loudly, so much. Okay, he stopped. Good, let's start with part 1, probability analysis. Who would it take to get such results from throwing dice? At the others in the operating room. Still no leads, Professor? I would not say that. I have got a few people in mind already, but ideally we would have someone who we have been agonizing about this for days now. Would you like to take a rest? I made you some coffee. The cicada sets a steaming cup of coffee down, and its fragrance fills the air between us. Alright, thanks. Let's put this aside for now. What are you going to tell me earlier? It's like this. We just received a report from one of our scouting agents that we sent to a nearby Null Area. It seems they picked up a signal from a former resident of Neuro Cloud sector not too long ago, but we are not too sure about the specifics. Perhaps we should send someone to pick them up. Let me see. So, it's a new friend of ours, and this agent's name is Dupin? Why don't we send over one of their resting squads? And it perhaps Matilda? A series of notes suddenly comes from the door of the operating room, and then a familiar tall figure pokes his head out from behind. Aki. It's not Python, okay. Okay, Aki, looks like you are a suspect here. Professor, I'm here to turn in our dispatch work diary. If there is nothing else, can I go back to sleep? Oh, why the rush? It just so happened that there's a dispatch job that needs you to do a handover with Matilda. Yep, wrong timing, Aki. Professor, you do know that working more than 6 hours will impact my Swan's mastership training, right? Aki lazily accepts the file that I hand him and settles down in a nearby chair. But he bolts back up right the moment he sees the name on it. Oh, do they know each other from real world? Huh? 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 Is this Dupin? Yes, that's right. Do you know each other? You could say we are old friends. Did we find him? I can't be fully certain, but the signal we received was definitely sent by him. Well, I'm wide awake now. So do we like each other or not? Have you assigned a dispatch team to this task yet? Let me lead them. Huh? This? Professor? Looks like there's a story here we don't know about. Story including Aki. Oh, I'm looking forward. Yeah, given my understanding of that chap, he would not send a signal to anyone that he had not already fully investigated, unless he ran into a particular thorny problem. He always acted so cool and unflappable, no matter what he encountered in the past. Now it's time for me to save him, just you wait. Glad you understand. I have just sent the coordinates and the revealed info to your terminal. No problem, I will head right now. And hopefully I will be home in time for some Oasis. Oh yeah, I could try bringing that guy over, although I don't know if he will agree or not. Aki leaves with the information, rushing out of the operating room like a gale. From Aki's reaction, it seems he must be a really good friend. Although I don't know how Aki meet a detective doll like him. Yes, so Dupin looks like detective doll indeed. Huh? He is a detective? Oh, come on. Yes, he is. Our files say that he's a very famous detective. Is something the matter, Professor? Excellent! That is exactly what I needed. Okay, maybe we don't challenge Dupin, but we definitely hire him. Huh? Could it be? Haha. Let's wait until Aki brings him back. If he is what I think he is, then there is no better choice than him. Dupin. Oof. Attempting to collect environment information. Attempt fail. Insufficient operands. I am sorting memory data. Operating in low power mode. So I am in hibernation. Was that because of the enemy I met earlier? Using up all my operands after fighting alone doesn't sound like a proper end for a detective. Now that I'm so close, the Oasis. I have heard so much about should have gotten my signal. As for the rest, attempting to collect environmental information. Operand infusion detected. All module functioning normally. Cancelling hibernation mode. This is... Yo, old friend! Environmental sensory input mode has resumed normal function. I had a hard time finding you, Dupin! His field of vision brightened again, and Dupin saw the barren landscape of the Null Area before him, as well as the old friend he has not seen in a long time. Right now, even his old friend's seemingly thoughtless smile seemed particularly pleasant to him. Okay, was that enough operands for you? That should be enough for us to hit back together, right? Okay. Yes, it's me. Is there a problem with that? No, it's fine. I just didn't expect you to be the one who would come. So, how does it feel to wake up and have me be the first person you see? Oh, by the way, in my pools for Dupin, I actually got Aki on the side. It is a destiny. I would be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. After we all parted ways, the fact that we ended up going to the same place and that the one who came to pick me up was you. It seems there's some things in this world that cannot be computed throughout probabilities. Another doll with probabilities. You know what? You will be a good friend with Yelena. Of course, after all, I seized this opportunity myself. And judging by how I managed to surprise you, I can safely say that it wasn't a wasted trip. How do you feel now? Surely you would be disappointed if I did not express some happiness, right? Thanks to you, my head is much clearer now. Although I had to hand it to you for managing in hibernate in time, right as you operants ran out. Frankly speaking, I was kind of looking forward to see you limp into the Oasis with a face full of dust. What a shame that didn't happen then. After all, I hardly even get to see you like this. That said, the important thing is that you are safe. I didn't expect there to be entropics here. Fortunately, you were not hurt, otherwise, things would have been tricky. So, they are called entropics, huh? A very interesting name indeed. In any case, it looked like the Oasis received my signal and took action. Thank you all for that. But of course, Professor never... Cheer! Although there's nothing here, the weather's still better in the Oasis. A white rose inserts itself between the two of them, held between the delicate fingers of a soft hand. Looking in the direction of the rose, they see a familiar girl who show up while they were not aware. Alright, Aki did bring someone with us. Oh, Sakuya. Wow. I don't know much about you. So shall we head back first before reminiscing about the past? The environment in Null Area is worse than in the Oasis. While raising roses isn't exactly difficult, it is still better to protect them. Well said. It's been a while, Sakuya. Okay, so Dupin, even if he looks very American, he knows the, well, Asian style dolls. More precisely, I think, Japanese. From that look on your face, you must be recalling a lot of things. I brought her here. In any case, we will take you back to the Oasis first. Back, you say? Very well. Let's discuss the rest while we are on the road. At the Oasis near the operating room. Alright, we are done with registration. Where do you want to look next? While I would rather get something to eat, after feedback and revision from Milau, the Amurus here has been getting reviews throughout the Oasis. However, the professor just sent word. They would like to have a word with Dupin. You mean the professor? Very well. As it happened, There are something I would like to know as well. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Let's head straight to the operating room then. What do you think about the part of the Oasis that we just passed through? This place is much more relaxed and accommodating than I expected. I have to say, I'm mildly surprised. How so? It's a good thing, right? I didn't expect that I could immerse myself in tending to the Oasis plant life either. Although, it might seem like a waste of operance to some. Seeing greenery in the environment does delight the heart. Where Sakuya has passed, the white roses that she casually grazed with her hand begin to shed their petals, which rain down on the path in their wake. So you were allowed to continue your horticulture work. That sounds most interesting. Still, the Oasis doesn't have a detective agency, doesn't it? I doubt I will be able to ply my trade here. A detective agency? You're right, we don't. After all, there haven't been any major cases of incident in the Oasis until now. Does it mean you have got other plans for what you're going to do in the Oasis? Other plans? Do you think that Professor would mind if I set up detective agency in the Oasis? Oh man, this dude like really want to solve some cases. I feel like some people might get upset on him. Huh? Huh? But why would you? It seems we have a ride. Is it up ahead? That's right, that's the place. No, wait a minute. A detective agency, are you serious? Oh, Miss Pescara is here. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Dupin. The professor has been expecting you for a while now. Expecting me? But why? Perhaps you will need to discuss that with the professor in private. Oh, that's good, that's good. This is probably just what I expected. Suits me just fine. Aki, Sakuya, let's wait outside for a bit. Oh, they even have a talk, like, between them. Oh my god. But why a detective agency? Sure. Let's go then. Time for some omurice. Dupin really is the same as always. Yep, he doesn't say much, and it's hard to figure out what he is thinking. Still, that's fine, we just have to believe in him, like before. It seems the three of you have an interesting relationship. I believe you said he was a friend of yours in real life. Yup, he was quite surprised the first time we met, huh? Although, you can tell from his face, you will know that what kind of person he is after you get familiar with him. Let me think, where should I begin? Oh, this is where we go into the past. In next stage 1, cognitive discrepancy. As the mist gather, all the truth and falsehood that are seen and heard begin linking up. This is a quiet courtyard. The vegetation here stands in silence, which is only interrupted by the two sets of footsteps winding throughout them. This way, please, Mr. Dupin. Dupin observed the courtyard as he moves forward. The light within this semi-open space has been carefully designed, and the courtyard is spotlessly clear. Clearly, it has seen many guests before. Oh, the roboter. Several mini-roboters appeared at the end of the path as he moves forward. However, they disappear into the densely packed vegetation before Dupin can get a clear look at them. What's wrong, Mr. Dupin? I was simply admiring the courtyard design, although it's just a temporary residence. Their placement and theming have been very well done. Truly breathtaking. Oh no, that's one of the hints probably. That would be thanks to our horticulture. Perhaps we will be able to see her later. That's Sakuya. But perhaps we should discuss that later. We have almost arrived. The master of the house is waiting in the drawing room. Thank you very much. The bodyguard leading the way does not speak anymore. The two of them walk past the vegetation in the courtyard, and the white flowers exude a faint fragrance. As he observes his surrounding, Dupin's mind wanders, and he considers the entire matter from start to finish. Agency boss, did you see that challenge later, Dupin? I did. To think that the phantom thief LeBlanc would set his eyes on an oriental antique. A set of open files lies on the agency desk. An exceptionally eye-catching letter with a wax seal lies on top of that pile. Below the letter is a rose, which has withered over the course of its long journey. Well, it's the Rutsumaru Tsunetsugu we are talking about. It's no surprise that someone with LeBlanc's taste in art would choose it. Surely the exhibit of such a world-class treasure must have caused quite an upheaval, right? Still, we are not the Tenkagoken, the 5 greatest sword under heaven. All lost in battle? Why would one of them, the Jutsumaru Tsunetsugu, show itself again all of a sudden? Okay, we are something here with Japanese going on. Tenkagoken. Supposedly someone brought it from a black market on the cheap and gave it to a local swordmaster as a gift. However, that swordmaster has been living in seclusion for a long time now, and the gift of this sword is sure to bring people to his doorsteps. My guess is the master is probably fed up with this. Don't tell me that Aki is the master. From the files at hand, the swordmaster, named Yagyu, is reclusive and mysterious by nature. Signed, he retired from society early on. There are no pictures that can be used for references. I see. So, donating the... I maybe should make it short, I don't know. Rutsumaru Tsunetsugu is essentially him washing his hands of the matter. Indeed, however, the situation gotten big enough that LeBlanc is involved, so the original exhibition plan is going to be affected. Otherwise, the organizer would not have asked you to come here. How many times have you clashed with LeBlanc already? I'm pretty sure we both know the answer to that question. Haha, alright, enough messing with you. Go, give him your answer. Accept his challenge in the Far East. Perhaps this time we will be able to put an end to the dark fate that binds you both. No? You don't need to tell me that. I will settle things between myself and LeBlanc once and for all. Of course, it would be best if you could use another word to describe our relationship instead of dark fate. A sword like Jutsumaru Tsunetsugu would be a priceless collection item, especially to a phantom thief. I wonder what LeBlanc will use to try and seize it. I need to be prepared. Master, sir! That's... It's a guest of the master. He was supposed to leave half an hour ago. What happened? I'm sorry, we are not sure either. Wow. Oh, I remember this model. This is the... probably they are not the same person, but this is the model that we have in Matilda quest. Please reconsider. I'm sincere about buying it. Forget it. As they say in the East, haste make waste. Perhaps if I come again? Sorry. I was in your way. Are you also a guest of Master Yagyu? I can wait for a while if you have pressing business. No. I'm already imposing on the master. I will just visit some other time. Oh yes, my name is Ratchet and I'm a businessman. You would be? I simply have an appointment with the master of the house. Please, call me Dupin. Dupin? You mean you are that outstanding doll detective? Hardly outstanding. I'm just doing my job. Oh, how humble. Dolls nowadays are so highly praised. I should be going. I can't interrupt your meeting. Maybe meet again, Mr. Dupin. Goodbye. After a brief farewell, the businessman hurries out of the courtyard. Please enter. The master is waiting. The door to the drawing room opens, and the bodyguard steps aside. Dupin removes his shoe, in keeping with local practice, and enters the room. The man sits within. No way, it's Dupin. Oh, it's Akia. Are you kidding me? The soba noodles here are great. Yeah. Oh, you must be the detective, right? Welcome. Although age is not a prerequisite for talent with the sword, this young man seems a little too young to be a world-famous swordmaster. Please come in. The master is within. Dupin stands still and reflects on what the bodyguard said. The person before him is not the son of the master Yagyu. as indicated on the picture records, but he's not the master of the house either. But if he's not the master, then who could possibly be sitting at the master's place in his house while proudly eating noodles? What's the matter? Why are you standing around? Oh, do I have soup on my face? For a moment, Dupin seriously considered whether this man is a youthful master Yagyu. However, the conversation continues. No, pardon me, I am Dupin, and I have arrived as arranged. Forgive me, but would you be the master of the house? They are strangely silent for a moment. Huh? Me? You. Ah, I get it. You're looking for the old man, aren't you? The young man puts the bone down and smacks his fist into his palm as it suddenly hits him. In response, Dupin recovers from his shock. Here, you should come in. After saying so, the young man beckons and Dupin moves forward as told. It is only after inspecting him up close that Dupin realizes that this young man, who enjoys his soba very much, is not, in fact, a human. The old man resting inside, and he can be bothered to meet guests, so he asks me to wait here for you. So your name is Dupin, call me Aki. And so they meet. Shortly afterward, as Master Yagyu's temporary residence. And that is all the information I have at the moment. I see the organizers got their pants in a twist because of that LeBlanc fellow. Still, we have already sent the sword over. I oversaw the handover before coming here. The Jutsumaru Kunetsugu is safe for the time being. You are a reliable one. With a detective like you on the job, it looks like the old man's trip out here won't have been a waste. Is the master still resting? It's afternoon now, and the senior citizen ought to be more active around this time. I can investigate on my own if the master is not yet ready, and share my findings later. Well, that's just the way he is. He won't entertain any guest if he is tired or annoyed. Don't worry, it's no big deal. The old man said that the display and protection of the Jutsumaru would be our job. How does that sound? I have no objection, as long as you are willing to work with me. Of course! I may not look like it, but I'm a bona fide bodyguard doll, you know? I have been protecting the sword all the way until now. I know everything here is to know about the job. Until now, okay, you know, that makes you kinda sus. Aki indicates himself as he says this and flashes Dupin a smile. So, when do we move out? I'm rarely this full of energy. Yeah, he's really energetic the moment he said Dupin. Are you happy? Of course, the old man said that this would be a great chance to put my skills to test in the outside world. Both training my swordmanship and experiencing the world are good options for me. But now I get to do both and help the old man out. Isn't that even better? He might not be saying it, but the truth is that the old man is pretty concerned about this donation he's making. He agreed pretty quickly when I said I wanted to join the investigation. That was most straightforward and generous of him. I see. Then, let's not waste any more time. I was planning to investigate the venue and its surrounding after this. What about you? You're going right now? The exhibition is tomorrow, and given the way LeBlanc operates, we can't be too prepared. Oh, is that good? Huh. Is he? All I know is that he's a phantom thief and nothing else. He's a tricky opponent for sure, but I have to admit, he's smart and cunning, and he has left many others tied up in knots. You need to be on your guard when encountering him, because he might get the better of you if you are inintending for just a moment. Sounds like he's really tricky opponent if you are that wary of him. Right, then let's... Earthquake? Crash? A loud noise came from the courtyard before Aki finished speaking. Mini-robot? I told you to be careful when shifting the plans. Oh, that's robots. What was the sector? Helios sector? The robots from there? Mini-robot B. Oh no, little Asmat. Quick, clear up the bits of the broken Bondi pot. Mini-robot C. Cleaning, 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 cleaning. What's going on? Judging by their models, they must be the one I saw when I just entered the courtyard. These robots appear to be a Sverok production. Judging by their labels, what are they doing here? My apologies. They are only just being returned, so they are not too nimble right now. These are general purpose Swarot machines. I asked someone to modify them into landscaping models. A girl holding a pair of gardening shears emerges from another room, bending down to pick up fallen dogs before handing them to the robots. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am Sakuya. I am Dupin. Judging by your attitude, I take it we have you to thank for the care and trimming of these plants. I'm not the employee here. I simply took care of them in my spare time. My responsibility is the landscaping of the greenery for the Jutsumaru Tunetsugu exhibition. Oh, she's so happy. She looks good. I like this kimono style stuff. Afternoon, Sakuya. Looks like these little dogs are much smarter than before. Allow me to introduce you to each other. Dupin is a detective we hired to provide security for exhibition. And Sakuya... Oh. She is a horticulturist hired by the organizers. The old man thinks quite highly of her and asks her to do up the courtyard of this place. So that's why you are under the same roof, I see. Yep, as it turns out, this courtyard is perfect for me to fine-tune the horticulture robots I will be using for the venue itself. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. While they are not too suited for their delicate work with plants, they are still very helpful for assisting the basic gardening task. Sakuya gathers a bundle of flower buds while she was speaking. Several white flowers sway gently in the middle of their petals as she walks. It seems you are about to leave, so I won't be keeping you. Alright, we will be heading out then. Are we going right now, Dupin? Any ideas where we will be heading first? While I would prefer a more mature and experienced partner, well, this isn't bad either. I hope he didn't hurt you. Let's go. Check the area around the venue first. Mature and experience. I mean, I don't know. I didn't picture Aki, Dupin as it right now. He's very quiet, not that much of arrogant. But still, like, we literally cannot tell anything about him. He's keeping his profile so low. That's kind of insane. Yep, cybermedia, looking Japan-like here. So this is what the area around the venue looks like. Quite a lively place. Being lively is just part of it. I looked it up before I came. While this district is famous for its arts and entertainment industry, it's got a long, checkered history to it. There's a garbage dump and a paupers district not far off. It's only this part which was recently built by the corporation. I see. The old man and I don't really know the stuff. Being secluded in the mountains and all. Still, I can't believe you looked up this information too. Are you always this careful when you walk? Comes with the job of being a detective. Plus, there are some problems you can't solve by just gathering information alone. Such as? For instance, your master is one of my clients. There are hardly any pictures of him available. Oh, yeah, that's right. The old man hates having his pictures taken. He is really strict about it. If you had a picture to consult, you would not be so confused when you just met him, right? Indeed. There's just too little information available about him. For a moment, I even wonder if you were the master here. I doubt that. Ultimately, we are just master and servant. Okay, there's literally more to it. I bet there's more to it. The old man has a kid of his own, though they don't live together. I was actually a little sad to hear that at first. Looks like I'm just a spoiled brat after all. Do you really think so? Huh? You mean you see it differently? While I have never seen the master before, it doesn't seem like he treats you as a servant. Of course I know that, I'm not dumb. The way the old man treats me isn't simple generosity. Some people in the household address me as young master too. I could not really get used to that at first. That's not all. I took a look at the order and angle at which the shoes were arranged when I entered the estate. From that, there are times when you enter the house ahead of the old master. Am I wrong? That would be almost unthinkable for the masters of most dolls. I can't believe you noticed all that. You really are a great detective. But what if I told you the old man wasn't the sort of put on ace? If he truly acted that way, then the other securities dolls and visitor would not be so formal and polite around him. God, this is so much right now. I don't know if my brain can understand all this logic here. By the way, why is this neural cloud shield here from those two agents? Look at here. This is Turing and Hannah at the back. Why? They are not even dolls from real world. Although, when we are talking in the drawing room, you mentioned the master of house was resting in his room, but I noticed the cane leaning against the rack by the doorway. It was finely made, but did not seem to provide much in the way of stability. To my knowledge, that's not the sort of cane a senior citizen would use to help them walk. And so, oh my god, I like detectives. This is just too much. This is so much, and I like it. In traditional culture, such canes are a symbol of power and authority, not ease of movement. You do have a keen eye. Yeah, the old man is fit as a fiddle. But this is the first time I have seen someone who could tell that from his cane alone. That cane showed signs of use, and it was clearly not something kept in a storage case to be taken out for special occasions. Senior citizens who use such canes usually place great emphasis on their social position. For a master like that, anyone that you would allow to walk by his side or ahead of him would either be very much in his favor, or someone who dotes upon deeply. Dotes upon? Wait, you mean like I'm a duck or something? That was not what I meant. But to Mia, the master of the house, treats you like a child who grew up in the household. The fact that he entrusted the protection of such precious treasure to you also shows his trust in you. Ah, no, that sounds grand indeed. Well, it would be better if he could give his kid less work. Alright, we have finished checking the street. What? Literally, during the whole talk, he was investigating the street? Wait, I also just noticing here. Okay, this street, okay, there's only Easter eggs here. Look, this is right now the banner. I can see here Centauris, Sayu, I don't know the names of all the. This is Hatsushire. Like I clearly can see the dolls here. What can I see now? This is from the Halloween event. Yeah, I think that's it with Easter eggs. Already? Were not we chatting all this while? I was designed with terrain scanning and clue logging technologies that could be used in tandem with daily activities. Being able to multitask the use of my recording, analyzing and cogitation modules alongside linguistic processing modules is a basic requirement of the job. Damn, that's really something else, I have to say. That sounds impressive processing power you have got there. So, given your professional skills, is there really a case you can't crack? The only thing standing in your way is just a lack of information, right? No, of course such thing exists. A detective job isn't just to respond to things that have been already happened. Sometimes you need to outpace your opponent. That's why I came here, in fact. Oh? You mean that LeBlanc chap? Yes. Ever since I heard of his exploits, What the hell? Still putting up a fight, are you? That's around a nearby corner inside a cramped alley. A couple of punks seem to be surrounding someone and threatening him. The pedestrians hurrying by pay in it no heed. It seems things like this are common occurrences not far from the prosperous regions of the district. Ooh, okay, those punk models I never saw. Well, goofy. Punk. Haha. So, what if you have an owner? Delinquent youth. You may be dressed to the nines, but you're still lashed here like a dog, aren't you? What that? Going to make a call? Going to sound the alarm? Well, do it then! Do it loudly! No, The hell are you whimming around? Are you going to run? Get the stick of yours and give this hunk of a junk a good rag before someone comes along. What the hell are you doing? As Dupin arrives, the punks turn pale. The one in front of him streaks back at the sign of this resistance. But the other seems to be driven by his emotions. I just said... I told you not writing weird flags or whatever. Forget it. There are two of them anyway. How dare you dolls dress up like people and walk around in our streets? You want a beating, isn't it? Come on, you really wanna attack doll looking like Aki? So, we are going to beat them up? Oh, look at this Aki. Why you? Quit standing around, Dupin. Get them. So, we are going to fight. Just like that? We don't need to be polite to people like them, do we? If you want to be reasonable, then save it for people who can see reason. Aki rushes forward, and Dupin swallows the violent threat that he had thought up and sighs in resignation. I just... forget it. Hesitating any further would only be a waste of time. Sometimes direct action is better than extended introspection. As the blade clears its shield, twilight falls, and the night birds flutter off in flight. The detective calmly draws the sword from his cane. Yeah, it's kind of boss battle here. What did they put in? Oh, wisdom? Yeah, not really. By the way, let's just use the opportunity to maybe see the animation of Dupin. Oh! And here we are. Yep, pretty much what was described in the scene here. With the Night Sword. And still Lintus, the more damage though. Okay. Damn it! You dolls! Interfering again! Run for it! You will be thrown away sooner or later, you scrapheads! The three punks talk a good game, but they are clearly no match for the combined power of the two dolls. They run off. Forget it then. They knew just how far they could go. After all, we can't attack humans unless they take an actions intended to damage us first. Civilian doll program only extends to allowing us to retaliate to a limited extent. That's why I was thinking of how to reason with them first, you know? Is that so? Then I cough heavily. Let's have that aside for now and help the victim now. Hey, are you okay? Huh? Sakuya? You clearly rushed in quickly enough. Did you only realize it was here just now? Still, it seemed everything turned out well. Are you alright, Miss Sakuya? Thanks for the rescue. I apologize for embarrassing myself in front of you again. You neck. They were using such a cheap code lock in this day and age? Cheap code lock? Perhaps there's no rhyme or reason to the malice of certain humans. The girl's neck is security shackled to a broken fire hydrant, and the short length of the chain only allows her to lean against it. She can't fully get to her feet, but her petite body means she can't sit all the way down either. Oh my god, this bastard. I should have beaten them up more just now. And the lock fastened so tight that I can't cut it off either. Dupin, stay here and watch over Sakuya. I will go find something I can use. Hold on, let me try. Dupin begins fiddling with the lock, and he enters a stream of chords into it. The lock lets out a series of electronic noises, repeatedly flashing a wrong chord error messages. That's not it either. Then it should be. Trying to solve the code? How long is that going to take? Ugh, no, that's not right. Did you see something just now with your power of analysis? You can say that. I'm not entirely sure of it either. Judging from their accent, they were probably imitating from the north or descendants of refugees. Their local culture has certain slang terms in common with this area, or perhaps profanities. He entered another series of characters into the log, and the log indicates that the sequence is wrong. Fortunately, this old log is simply designed and has no upper limit on the numbers of tries for code entry. Still not good. But if I'm not wrong... Dupin nods his brow and grunts, then enters a two-word phrase. Beep. You did it! He did it! Sakuya, are you alright? Yeah, take my hand. Oh my god, that they did it to Sakuya. Oh, that makes me myself angry. Very, very angry. Thank you very much. The girl pulls heavily on Aki's hand as she rises from the ground, then dusts her skirt off. The ornaments like petals on her garments fall off as well. Dupin looks toward the corner of the street at the entrance of the rich district. Several white petals are scattered there. Sakuya should have come from that direction. Suddenly thinks of something and stares at the crushed white flowers until Aki's voice recalls him to his senses. Did those guys do anything to you? Come take a look too, Dupin. I didn't detect any obvious bodily injuries. How are you feeling, Miss Sakuya? Don't worry, I just ran a body diagnosis and there's nothing wrong. The two of you were just in time. Thank you very much. Any later and... Aww. The important thing is that you are okay. Heroic interventions are swordsman's bread and butter, right, Dupin? Oi, Dupin, why are you spacing out? It's nothing. Dupin shakes his head, but after muttering briefly, he says no more. Okay, so to summarize, we went out on the street, analyzed the street, and then looks like there's some thugs, bandits, crooks that were bullying Sakuya. Maybe it's everything connected here. Oh yeah, Dupin, what was the code you entered just now? It was a very unpleasant phrase. You better off not knowing. Ugh. The dregs of society are fundamentally the same as those from the upper echelons. They have their own circles, their own jargons, and preferred turns of phrases. I once encountered punks in Europe, and if they think the same way in the Orient as they did over there, then they would probably use the same language when going about their pranks. I see. I never thought of that. You were always so prim and proper, so I thought you would have a snooby personality that was hard to figure out. And it turns out you do understand how the world works. You're nothing like how you look. Yeah. Dupin do keep a low profile all the time. Actually, you would not be wrong to think that way. One's appearance primarily derives from the traits of one's neural cloud and at all initiate settings. But unlike what you might have thought, I was designed from the ground up as an assistant for a DetectiveD agency. My job was do all the dirty work that humans would not bother doing. and meet with people that others would shun. When I think about the places you might have been worked in, I can imagine you had a good time at your firm. Still, that period of time was quite worthwhile. I gained much unconventional wisdom from it. A detective can't solve truly strange cases without understanding the strange corner of the world. Ah, it seems you enjoy your work, Mr. Detective. Oh, so cute. It was why I was created after all. Still, Miss Sakuya, why did you end up on the street? That's a good question. Traveling alone through such unsafety areas is not exactly a wise decision. I was going to buy flowers seeds on that street. They were from a very rare species, though the humans who sold them might not agree. War and disaster have ruined far too many natural resources, and some ancient plants have long since have gone extinct. But I heard there was a flower store here that sold uncommon seeds that were unavailable elsewhere. I see. Still, this place doesn't look too safe. Make sure you travel on more secure roads next time. Need us to send you back? Thanks, but no thanks. I just need to head back to the shopping street and take a different road back. So there is a different road back. If there's nothing else, shall we bid each other farewell for now? Dupin lowers his head, lapsing into contemplation once again. Before this riddle has been solved, another one has already appeared in the midst of twilight. Okay, I think this is quite promising. Like, I'm pretty sure that at every stage there's some hidden clues about what's going on here, and because like we know we are reading some detective style story here, I trying to pay attention to like every step, and yeah, the Dupin here definitely have a lot to consider. Like this is quite sus. Why did Aki lied a lot about the master? In general, all this master stuff. Maybe it's Aki in the end the true culprit. Sakuya, why did she not take the safe road? And this LeBlanc, we don't know about the nemesis of Dupin, but it do look like that we will be here for time being. We don't really get much of Professor's look. I hope we will get something with Professor and Dupin in the story. Maybe this will resolve. Maybe it's like Cascadia's story, and that we're in the middle of part 2. Like here we will resolve the past, and then we go back to the present, at least in NeuroCloud present. But I think that's it for part 1. And yeah, I thank you for watching, listening, and wish you a great day, night, afternoon, and see you in part 2.